Welcome to Your Aunties Could Never. I'm Auntie AK, the auntie of all aunties, and I'm here with...
I'm Farrah, your resident Caribbean queen.
I'm Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
And I'm all things sugar and shade Sade.
Hey! Now, this is a very special episode of Your Aunties Could Never. It's called The Hard Truths, Your Aunties Could Never. It's very special. And we're joined by the one and only, the brilliant, the fantastical actress, Ms. Michele Austin.
Hey.
Welcome. Welcome. Okay, guys, just quickly, small announcements. What do we have to do?
You need to boop the like button, 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 boop the like button.
Do you know?
Boop it. Also, sign up for our YouTube membership. How much does it cost, Farrah?
It's $4.99.
It is. And $1.99 too.
And $1.99. So it's still cheaper than a bag of chips. It's basically in tiers. To just be our friends and support us, it's $1.99. And to be our family and get access to all our family things, it's $4.99.
And if you're listening on the podcast airways, what do they need to do?
They need to give us reviews, and we want 5 stars and 5 stars only. If not, return to sender.
Thunder, lightning, strike on you if you don't.
That's very hard.
That's a lot.
We'll get that in post. So, as I said, this is a very special episode as we celebrate the very powerfully emotional Hard Truths. It's a film from It's the latest film from the British director, Mike Leigh. The film centres on Pansy, a woman who is angry, depressed and constantly lashes out at family and strangers. Her relentless criticism isolates her, except from her ever-cheerful sister, Chantal, played by Michele. Yeah. Now, Hard Truths also boasts a top-tier cast of British Caribbean talent, including the Queen Marianne Jean-Baptiste, who plays Pansy, David Webber, Twain Barrett, Sophia Brown, Annie Nelson, and as I said, our guest Michele again. Hooray! We're going to say thank you every single time. So, Hard Truths, and also it is a classic Mike Leigh film, a slice of life, fly-in-the-wall storytelling, offering a deep, unfiltered look into the everyday lives of a Caribbean family going through a lot. So we're going to tackle some of the themes in the way of, as we usually do, Auntie-Ventions, dilemmas. We're going to get into what Hard Truths is about and why it's a really important film for you to go and see. It's quite, we've watched it.
It's a slice of real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Into
I saw a lot of family members in it.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's very identifying.
Oh, that makes me feel so proud and so happy. Because to me, I feel like we haven't seen a working class British Caribbean family just, as the kind of universal family going through the things on a big screen for so long. And we're so used to a certain kind of view of like, of the Black British experience. And, and we all know that we're not like a monolithic culture. There's lots of many different things that we go through. But like what I love about this is, there are no tropes, or this is not an issue-based film. People aren't in pain because of the police or drugs, or it's not that kind of Black trauma trope that sometimes we're sort of used to. It's like this is a family going through some stuff, right?
Yeah,
but it's a family. And so I love that you've recognized people, and also like we do get a lot of people at the screenings who have sort of said like, yeah, that's that's my sister, or that's my mum and my aunt, but what I also love is like younger people seeing the screenings and saying, yeah, I'm bringing my mum back. It's like it's a real sort of reflection, I think, of like of our lives.
That we were at a screening the other night, and the reactions were very much saying they relate to it, and it's very identifiable and recognizing character. I think some of us really recognize people in our worlds that who Pansy is and that family dynamic. So they really commend the film for that.
Yeah.
As I said, because we normally as aunties we do we solve dilemmas, we give auntie advice.
Mhm.
So are some of the themes that we kind of picked up from Hard Truths, which is, again, to encourage people to go and watch it and give some backstory into why they should go and watch the film. Sade, take it away.
So for me, I was really interested in your relationship, or your character's relationship, Chantal, with her big sister Pansy, and watching her basically sink into depression, or that's how it showed up for us, for sure. And it kind of just symbolized, like, we're showing, like, this is one way that it could show up, like, mental health issues for in Black families. And obviously, like, with Black culture for us in the UK, it's very, you don't usually talk about these types of things. You still don't really air your dirty laundry and that sort of thing. And I wanted to know, just from your opinion, really, what do you think is the best approach if you have someone in your family like this, and obviously everybody else as well? What, especially if it's a loved one that doesn't really understand the impact that they're having on others?
Yeah. God, that's a really good question. I think that younger people, I think, have a real access to the language and the vocabulary about mental health.
Yeah.
And I commend them for that. I know sometimes people talk about, like, you know, the whole kind of snowflake culture, and I just don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So in answer to your question, I think that it's about having an open dialogue with people and keep talking to people. I think what goes on for Pansy, and we talked a little bit about this last night, right? That what happens when you grow up in a culture where you have things going on as a young child or as a teenager, but actually you're expected to just carry on.
Yeah.
And I think culturally there is something about women in our culture, like strong back, hard back, keep going, you know, and that's not helpful. So I would say my advice would be, if you have somebody who you think is struggling, is to keep talking to them, and to also, you know, be there when it is difficult. Because I think that's sometimes when you're with somebody who is depressed or having a hard time, they're not fun to be around.
Yeah.
And it is that thing of kind of sticking with it. I hope culturally that we are moving on, and we, you know, and I know, as you know, younger generations are, you know, they're going and they're doing talking therapy, and they're going to their doctors, and they're doing all that sort of stuff, and we're looking the self-care, and we're looking after our own mental health. So I think that there is a shift, you know, because the thing about the film is Pansy, she knows something's wrong.
Yeah.
Because she's going to the dentist, she's going to the doctors, she's, you know, you see her sitting alone in her car. She's really aware that something's wrong, but she just doesn't have the vocabulary. She doesn't know what, you know, what that thing is.
Yeah.
And I think, and as wonderful as my character Chantal is, if I do say so myself, it's wonderful. I'm so open. She doesn't really have the vocabulary.
No.
It's, and all, you know, and what do you do when you kind of stuck in families, we kind of get stuck in the role of, well, you know, I'm this sister and I do this. You know, it's a really tricky one, isn't it? And all families sort of have there's an uncle, there's an auntie, there's a grandma is a bit off, and you kind of put up with it. And it's, I suppose, keep talking to the person and be a bit open with the person, and say that you recognise that there's an issue, I guess.
That's it, isn't it? It's hard. I was really watching it thinking, all right, if this was me and my sister, I have a big sister, we're really close, and she was going through something, how would I be able to articulate to her that I think you're depressed even, or I think you should go to the doctor to get medication, like just all of the steps. If they are like, no, I'm fine, actually, it's my head, I have a migraine, it's my mouth, I have, like, you know, but you know, actually overall there's something else going on. I struggle with how you do it other than I'm just going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be on the end of the phone, or I'm going to keep on trying to get you to come to my house. And that would probably be selfishly so that she didn't do something dramatic to herself. Like just, I want to keep eyes on you, really. Yeah, it's really hard. That's
it's sort of what Chantal. It's sort of what Chantal does.
Yeah.
It's like you're coming round. I don't,
Try and get her out a bit.
Yeah, not
because
leaving
actually
her.
I think that Chantel's literally she's the only person that touches her.
Yeah.
She's the only person that kind of understands as well. Because unfortunately, I don't know about other cultures, but in our cultures, when there is someone who has like a negative approach all the time, sometimes you just think, that person's just moody, that person's just moany, that person's just XY. But really, they could be going through something. But your character actually took the time to try and pull her out of it, because she could recognize, she might not have had the vocabulary to say what it was, but she could recognize that something was there. Whereas it is quite easy to just be like, maybe like how her daughters were. Oh, she's always thinking for herself. But actually, something is deeply going on with her.
Yeah.
So I recognised a lot in that, and I
felt what you're asking, like, how would you ask your big sister? I think I've in part, maybe once or twice, had that conversation with my sister, and because I am the youngest and very much grew up in the tradition of, you are the youngest, there's respect.
Can't talk,
can't talk. So there's a lot. And I know my sister's been through a lot. I've been through a lot. But the relationship between us is I find it so difficult to address. So it was just very interesting looking at that. I'm looking at Chantal and Pansy's relationship, and how could I show up for my sisters? At the moment, what we do is avoid. So we don't deal with it. Like, my sister will send me a message every day. And I there's so much to be said that I don't say it.
Is it the Bible verses?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's her way of probably whatever that means. But for me, it's like, there's so much that we need to get through that I can't even respond. So that it's so loaded. But then when we're together, there is that safety. She's my big sis. And you wouldn't even know that there's this big cavern between us because of her stuff and my stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, but then, it's just it's an interesting dynamic.
But I really do think there's something about being a black woman of a certain age, which is about the carrying on. That we carry on and we carry it, and we're strong, and and all of this. And sometimes I think we have to accept that we're not strong.
Yeah,
we are not strong, and we need help. And, and we're also soft, and sometimes we need people to hold us. We're not there to hold everybody and do everything. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's really relevant to me sort of now in this grand old age that I am. I really feel like I am embracing a kind of softer way of living, and I think so how you deal with a sister or a friend, I think, is about being softer and more gentle. Do you know what I mean? Because I think there is culturally something about us carrying on and not dealing with it because we've got stuff to do. And it's not healthy for us.
That leads to your. I was going to say, go on.
No, I was just going to say, like, one other thing that what I took away from the dynamic is the obligation of Chantal, because Pansy made a sacrifice basically because of being adultified when she was a child. So there is like this unspoken obligation that you can't leave her. You can't, you have to be there for her because she done for you. So it's that cycle of like responsibility. It's like they mirrored it but in different parts of their lives. That's yeah.
I mean, the awful thing is, I love Chantal because I think Chantal loves people and and she's got such a positive energy. But when I watch the film back, that is one of the most difficult things. Is, I think, knowing all of the back history. One of the most difficult things for me is, I don't think that she really did appreciate quite how much her sister did.
Yeah.
Because she was the younger sister and life was easy for her. And there is that experience in families, isn't there? Yeah. Where just for some people, it's just, they get on with it and life is easy and people like them. So they're easy to be around. And I think Chantal is just one of those people. And she had a sister who was prickly and didn't like going outside, didn't like chicken, didn't like, just didn't want. And so it was just much easier to sort of be around her. And I don't know. That's one of the sort of difficult things when I watch it. I think Chantal is possibly a little bit selfish, but you know, that's sort of knowing the back.
I didn't get selfish. I got oblivious. That's what I got. Because as the youngest sibling, she was probably shielded from a lot of things. And her mum, this is what I'm taking from the film. It felt to me like she was shielded and her mum was the fun mum to her and she had that side. Whereas her sister was like, Pansy was just the one that had to take all the responsibilities. And I think for me, it seemed like Pansy, that had just weighed her down year after year of her life. And then she found her mum. And then that too was something that weighed her down at the end. And she's just constantly weighed down by all of this. And then she's got her son in the house that's doing all unfuck, as my auntie used to say. So it's just like...
I have to point out at this point, it's a very funny film as well.
There's some hilarious.
Okay,
no, they were.
I was like, Pansy is funny too at the start until before it gets kind of gets heavy, right?
Like as I said, I saw some family members in there, and they're funny. Yeah. They got my nerves. Like they, God bless their soul. Some of them aren't here no more, but they were funny, and I saw just elements of her. I'm just like, oh my God, that's so black. The minute, like the house, how clean it was, it looked like a showroom.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so black.
Yes.
When she's seen them eating chicken, and she's like, what are you eating there? Yeah. That's so black. And then you're saying, can I have some? That's so black. There was just so many elements in there that just resonated. It is funny, but it gets you the what was it? The peaks and the troughs of it.
Yeah.
How it's done so well. It's played so well.
But I think, you were right though, and I really think that's so perceptive what you're saying. I do think that Chantal was oblivious to it, and you can sort of see that, you know. And also, what is it like? I mean, for me, thinking about all the background stuff and the background work that we did, I do kind of go, I think, well, she knew that she was the favourite, right? And actually, what
do you know?
Because
I was totally thinking that whole dynamic is totally me and my sister. Although my sister isn't the eldest of all my mum's kids, she was for the ones born here. So a lot of responsibility went on her shoulders. Like she left school at 16, basically to pay a lot of the bills. And so she had to work. I was oblivious to all of that. I'm just living my sweet merry life. When I want something, we're going McDonald's. It seemed fine. Garfunkel's was our thing on a Friday night. It was just all normal until maybe I was like 25. And then my sister really broke down. I had to leave education. I was very smart. And it's like, yeah, you are smart. But to feed you guys. And it's like, what? I didn't know that's why you left. I thought you wanted to sew clothes and sell in Camden Market. I had no idea. But it's that responsibility she had on her shoulders. I didn't know. I saw that. Like, you just are living your life. Like, you just are doing your thing. But that child isn't allowed to be a child.
I think that is totally what happened. With Chantal and Pansy and Pearl, the mum. I think once that their dad left, I think that, Pansy had to step up. And I think Chantal was completely oblivious.
She's just living her life.
Living her life. But also really easy breezy and sort of fun, you know. Because I think Pearl, the mum, was very similar to Chantal. So, you know, life was good.
That's up and down the country though. Like there are those firstborn daughters especially that a lot of responsibility is heaped on, and they have to kind of like carry a family burden in their teenage years and go on. And I think what we saw was that heavy burden, it comes out eventually in their lives. Like we have to see it, and we see people around us and they have that burden. You think they're prickly, aggressive, aggy, as you would say, but generally it's that a lot has been, they've had to weather a lot. They've been an adult for far too long.
Yeah, and I think she's in pain. She just doesn't have the vocabulary for what it is. She doesn't know how to describe it. And you can see, you know, when she's trying to sleep or how she wakes up, which no spoilers.
No spoilers. How she wakes up.
Gosh.
She's so amazing,
It's a lot.
Marianne to watch.
Just from even how she wakes up, it's just so incredible. You know, you just see that she's absolutely like ticking with stuff going on. It's like wonderful.
Have any of you ever felt like that level of just anger, frustration because something is on you, but you just can't get it off and you can't deal with it, or there's no time to deal with it? Have any of you ever felt like that?
Well, I mean, God, I mean, you know, I'm in my 50s and I'm a mother of 2 and I'm married, so yes.
All of the things.
At some point.
And how did the people around you, were you told? Did people come up to you and say, you know what, love, you need a moment because you're doing too much?
Yeah. I mean, the joke is like between me and Marianne is I'm actually more Pansy than she
Really?
is. Oh my God, she's like...
Marianne is sweet.
Marianne is like ray of sunshine, like just, you know, she's wonderful. I'm the sort of cynical, mean one. I mean, how has it been? I mean, I am the person I will complain. I will, like, in the restaurant or in the shop, and my kids hated it for all of their lives, and I can't bear it. So I can be a little bit scrappy, I guess. Yeah.
What do you mean? That means different things.
What, scrappy?
As in fighting, or like...
Oh, no. Or
you're like when... I can't spoil my
no,
story,
but
like,
like, a little bit.
Yeah.
Chin can come out.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not...
Can people come and tell you, like, yo, or are you defensive?
I know, it never gets to the point at which I have to be pulled away from the situation.
I'm a lady.
Because that's what I was going to say. Like, I don't think I've felt... She has that constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've had that constantly. I've witnessed people have that constantly. I've been around people who they're like that all the time. And it is hard for the person in that, you know, it's draining to be around somebody and that's just how they feel all the time. But, and you can see that it's draining on them as well. You can see that they don't really want to be like that, but they can't find a way out of it.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
The only time I've been like is probably in college where lots of insecurities were on my neck and I couldn't speak up, so I was moody. So that's what
I don't.
You're a different group. Experience that. So the moodiness was like I'd withdraw, and then. But I never really had people say, okay, no, you've got to stop this. But it was like, you're really moody. And I think because it was with the people who were familiar with me, so then I would be comfortable being moody with them, not on purpose, but I'm moody with them. But if someone else that doesn't know me, I can't show them because they're going to be like, what's wrong? So I'm showing another side to myself. And so whenever my friends were like, yeah, there was a time when you were really moody and you were horrible to us, but you weren't. But then we'd see you talking to other people and you'd be fine. And they didn't get it. And I didn't know how to articulate because I couldn't articulate to the people around me that this is what's on my neck, this is what's going on. I can't articulate what's going on, so I just have to be quiet, and I can't deal with telling you guys because I'm the worst when it comes to dealing with things and speaking up about what's bothering me, especially if it's other people that I'm close to, and then other people I'll put on a front. So that was my way of possibly being a pansy in the moment of when I'm feeling stressed and it affecting the people around me.
I think my pansy was probably my stepmom, really.
Okay.
Because she was just constantly to me, like on 100, like, it's, like quite traumatic childhood and stuff, as our regulars know. But yeah, like there was never a day when she wasn't angry.
Really?
Like she was just constantly angry.
Did she wake up angry?
Just all the time.
Angry.
Like in the morning, like that's actually a good point. In the morning, she would call my sister's name, but it meant that I should come. But it was angry. Like from the first thing I hear in the morning, it's just pure anger.
Yeah.
So it was just never a peaceful environment, you know, like just
exhausting
never.
for her though as well.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it's like how much is sort of going on there that literally the first thing you do when you wake up is that you sort of need to kind of make somebody else feel small.
Yeah.
Especially a child.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously it wasn't just me, it was like multiple children and stuff. But that's why I feel like sometimes I'm just like, if you are the adult in that situation and you have this impact on others, then I struggle with the sympathy. Like,
I get that.
I struggle because it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you know what you're doing to people, you know?
That's the thing though. From witnessing similar with Pansy, with one of my friend's grandmothers, I don't know if she ever did. No, I don't know if she had the presence of mind to know how her anger and fury hurt other people, because she was so angry at herself as well. Like, she was so angry all the time. I don't even know she had that mind space to think how were other people impacted.
My gran didn't.
She was locked in.
My gran, especially like the last, I'd say like from my granddad died. She was always a bit prickly, but when my granddad died, that was it. She actually, you know what? There was one time I said to her, "You can't say that." She said something awful. I'm not even going to repeat it, but I was like, "You can't say that." She was like, "I'll say what I want." You know, she got to that stage, like proper wrong and strong. But I do think there was a part of her that did know, because people started dropping off like flies. Because she started affecting people so much, people started dropping off like flies. And I
Did
think
she have
that
excuses for, or
I don't know. I don't know why that's like that now.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
It's never like I did this. Because when I would dig into it, I'd find out, okay, so she did that. That's why. But like, she'd never owned that shit. She didn't own that shit to the day that she died.
Do you think though, because I mean, I do feel like behind all of that is a lot of pain and insecurity
Definitely
and fear.
pain. And grief.
Yeah.
She was grieving.
Yeah. And that's the sort of difficult thing, isn't it? It's like, because it's affecting people and it's horrible to be around. But actually, when you sort of delve deeper, you know that it comes from a place of, you know, they're coming from a place of pain, and it's sort of trying to find that sort of sympathy in yourself, which is it's really hard. I mean, it's really hard to do, you know. Hi.
But that's why in the film, I think that your dynamic works so well, because you make us feel sympathy for Pansy. Because there's points when we're like, this bitch. Sorry, don't you know? But there's points where you're like, is she real? Like, she's just reading off things after things after things. And then the way that you deal with her.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't feel. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't get that?
I didn't get sympathy. I got obligation.
Okay,
that's what I got more. It's obligation. But that's
probably
my reading.
Because I felt similar. Like, there was a lot of facial expressions that you gave that lended to, but it's my sister. And I was just transported to, if my sister was being an absolute asshole every single day, I would go back to, but it's my sister. And I saw that in your eyes, as much as you'd be like, I could avoid this person forever. But yeah, it is an obligation too, but there's a love in it.
There's a love.
Yeah.
Sometimes obligation to me feels a little soulless, like I've just got to do it. But
I saw love and care, and I saw that you knew that like you were Pansy, like you're the only person that can pull someone out of the funk. Like, you know, most people have got that. If it's not one person, but at least let's say there's one person that when you're in the worst moment, if they just do a little thing, you're gonna get.
It's somebody that
can pull it out
to their love. Yeah.
And that's what I saw. So I think I didn't see. You were Chantal stressed though, but
yeah.
But I think it's love and obligation. But I do think it is love, and I think that one of the most wonderful things I think about Chantal, and certainly when I think about like the people that the character was based on, is that there is a sort of generosity of spirit and a kindness. And I think that she is. I mean, it's not to say that she's obviously not an angel or anything like that, but I do think that she loves people, and she does want her to be better. She just doesn't know how, or if you can even, you know, it's been going on so long.
Yeah.
But you know, Pansy, the wonderful thing about Mike is obviously there's so much subtext and there's so much work that we do that's in the back of the character. But you know, she's had a lot of disappointments, Pansy, which we sort of, as characters, we're all aware of. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of love there. I think.
So as we kind of bring the conversation to a little close. What we normally do on Aunties on our main show is enemy of progress. So is it simple to say or easy to say or call Pansy an enemy of progress? When you think about how she possibly stifled her son, her husband, lashes out at the world. Is Pansy an enemy of progress?
You know what she did do? She did a few enemy of progress activities in how she terrorized people in shops. That's enemy of progress.
I love that.
I have witnessed older women just be an absolute arsehole in a shop and cuss you
or on a bus,
basically walking past or in how you had your trolley or whatever. And it's like, I just need to get through my day. I know you've got shit going on, but leave me alone. That activity is enemy of progress.
She's got enemy of progress.
I think her husband's slightly an enemy of progress.
To be honest.
Let's not give him too much credit.
No, for real, he is.
Like, he's like, maybe she's been living with that shit. And maybe that's why she's vexed. That's adding to
marriage
it.
will do that.
Yeah.
You know, a marriage of convenience will do that shit.
Enemy of progress, Sade?
No, I don't think she's an enemy of progress. Because she doesn't actually really know what's wrong.
Fair.
So I can't I think to be an enemy of progress, you got to be actively conscious of what you're doing. And she was not. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, Curtly, the husband, and Pansy have both sort of created Moses, the son. However, I do feel like there is a glimmer of hope.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for Moses.
Oh, for Moses.
Yeah.
Can't say, but yes.
Yeah, can't
He
say, no
reminds me of
spoilers.
them
But
as
like,
well.
I like, I do think that he's a product of this kind of mad, sterile atmosphere. You know, it's hard. But I don't think she's an enemy of progress.
So she's not an enemy
She's
of
not
progress.
an enemy.
I also don't think I think she's got, enemy of progress tendencies. And she's definitely got enemies of progress in her life that she possibly needs to reconsider having around. I would like to bump into her though and just have her cuss me. I think it's like a rite of passage.
You want to be cussed?
Yeah, because she's funny. The way she cussed.
I'll show you one woman that will cuss you for fun.
Do you not remember my auntie?
It's just funny. The way she cussed was guys.
It was funny.
It was just like, oh my God.
It is. It's pure. It is. Yeah, it's a lot of jokes.
It's a lot. Because I'd be in the queue laughing at the person. I'd probably message people like, oh my God, this woman was kicking off. It's so funny. That would be me. All right, guys. So, Michelle, thank you so much for your time with us.
Oh, thank you.
Hard Shoes is in cinemas this Friday. It's Friday. Oh, no, wait. It's Friday the 31st.
31st.
Okay. Hard Shoes is in cinemas on Friday the 31st. Please take a friend, a family member. If you can't speak, then take your family member to go watch it.
So your
And have a
aunt,
conversation.
Your uncle,
Have a real conversation.
your whatless brother.
Yeah.
It's actually the perfect thing to take.
That
Take
person.
somebody that actually you want to have a convo with, take them to see it and see what they say.
Yeah.
And then you can have a convo. It's a good lead-in.
Probably so
It's a really hard topic for somebody.
Conversation starter.
Yes.
Or an
It's
argument
such a good
starter.
Oh, an argument starter.
Yeah.
It's the fire starter, as you know.
Sometimes you need it.
It's a wonderful, wonderful film. I laughed, I cried. I laughed, I cried again. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
that's
Michelle.
brilliant. Thank you.
All right. Now, it is time. We're going to do our favourite bit. We're going to get into Michele Austin's business. Are you ready, Michelle?
I really am ready.
It's
my business.
We know all the things and all the things. All right, guys, we're going to start off because we always do enemy of progress. Who is your enemy of progress?
Does it have to be a who?
It can be a thing or a
yeah,
what or
what?
a bit
Yeah.
or a bot.
I mean, listen, look, I was going to... let's keep it light because we can talk about America and we can talk about the Broligarts and all of that sort of stuff. And
Okay.
that is kind of worrying.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep it light and I'm going to be like an old auntie.
Right.
Please, your lime bike, your forest bike. Your what other bikes are available to
mate.
rent in London. Why is it, right? Why is it that they're all over the street in Brixton? But if I went to Kensington and Chelsea, they wouldn't be all over the street.
It's very true.
Very
Very true.
Very true.
So honest to God, I know I'm like an old woman, but I cannot I was going to really swear there.
You're allowed to swear.
I really can't fucking stand them.
Yeah.
And I don't want them all over the pavement. They're ugly. I don't want them. Can we have some racks, please?
Yes.
I think they're really brilliant, and it's lovely that people can get around town. But where I live, they are everywhere on the street. Also, the other thing that I love about living in Brixton is I like to hear the sound of the guy that's made it. He's kind of jumped it so that you
Yeah.
do that click thing.
Yeah.
Like, good on you.
Yeah. Well done.
However, oh my God, I cannot stand.
Have you ever
them.
been on one?
No.
Oh.
Because I'm an old woman.
They are fun.
I know.
Get on it.
I know.
No, but they're also damn expensive.
Someone
I
else
think
said that
so.
to me.
They are.
They are.
Do you know what? I think I didn't realise because I had to no, I'm being serious because I was in traffic and I was late to get my daughter and I was like, if I stay in the traffic, I'm going to pick her up tomorrow. So I was like, I'm going to get a line bike.
Okay.
So I parked my car, jumped on the line bike and went on my merry way. I think because I was so excited to be on the line bike, I didn't clock the price.
How
but
long
someone
was you
else
on it?
less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
How much
That's
of what-
why it was okay.
No,
Okay.
They give you that first bit free, like a 10-minute. You could, well, it's cheap, but if you go to an hour, you can spend like a good 20 odd pounds.
No way.
Really?
Yeah, Boris bikes used to
Won that.
Santander bikes. I'm not giving that.
Quid.
They used to be cheaper.
Yeah,
The Santander bikes were
so
cheaper.
expensive when you go past 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That doesn't make sense to me. You know what? I was in Clapham the other day, and literally it was raining, and the bikes were everywhere,
See?
on the floor, toppled over, all over each
See?
other. In
Yeah.
my area in Pimlico, no, they're all neat and tidy.
See?
Yeah,
It's
no,
actually out of order.
You're
That's
absolutely,
racism.
you're absolutely
Yeah,
right because I live in like Neasden and it's the same thing. People, because my thing is like when you get off, do you just like
Dash
what
it
you're
down.
supposed to have? That's
Just
the part
dash
I
it
don't
down.
understand.
But that
But
wasn't
why
on
do
the
you?
line back.
But
They're like that
why?
on mine.
Why
You
do
can
you
just
get
dash
off? Stash it.
Yeah.
and just be like, that's my
But
time.
don't you have to take a picture of it?
No.
No, I thought you had to have been like docking
took a
point.
yeah,
No.
no, not docking.
No.
But
No,
when
they're
I got
everywhere.
when,
you can leave it anywhere.
when I got off the
And go
line
about your
bike,
business.
I had to take a picture of it to say that my ride has finished.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're doing that, how are you just dashing? I've seen them on the motorway.
Actually,
It's like trolleys.
Yeah.
Remember old school trolleys? You see a trolley randomly on, like, why are you here? Why are you not at the
Why?
supermarket?
Funny.
It's the same thing as Shepherd's Bush, just dash ray everywhere.
Yeah.
I find them expensive. I was thinking, let me not get the bus. Let me get one from my yard down to Shepherd's Bush Green. That should be, it was a 10-minute ride. Then it was like, I think I paid about 12, maybe just over £10. I could have just gone on a bus.
Oh wow.
I could have just
Get
walked.
Uber.
I could have just walked or got an Uber.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what's because Santander bikes were cheap. Like that, me and my daughter used to go on Santander bikes for the day. That wasn't a problem.
But again, being like an old responsible lady, it's like it's not just about the mess. I'm just like people with pushchairs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
blind people, like people in wheelchairs. I'm like, no, you can't. They're all over the pavement. I think there has to be a docking area. And they have to be in that area. And I think you should be fined if it's on the floor. I can't, that's it. For London now.
Is this your new? I agree.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
People use moody credit cards and stuff.
Oh, I
That's
see.
also why it's like they can just discard it and go about their business.
Oh, so it's not the guys on the one that's going
The
click, click, click,
clicks.
click, click.
They're just literally everywhere though.
They are.
Before I got on one, I just didn't understand how people are just dumping them everywhere.
Yeah.
It is wild. I agree with you.
Problem.
Is this
It
your
is a
new
problem.
big people, big woman?
Well,
Annoyance.
I'm trying to. Oh man, I'm sort of trying to embrace it in a way. Embrace middle age, and hopefully, I'm sort of sounding a little bit more mature. But yeah, I'm a sort of big woman now, isn't it?
Ain't that the thing though? We don't know. It just hits you. You're just
Yeah.
there. Before you going about life, you don't know. And then all of a sudden, you are the one that other people are like, no, but you're a big woman. And you're like,
Listen,
how?
Yeah.
I'm
when
still
people say it,
just
I'm
me.
like,
You're a big woman. When was the first time someone said to you, like gave
When
you the,
did you know?
Yeah.
When did you?
Right. Well, I've had this thing on a job where, and I know it, and it came from, and I know it came from a place of respect.
Right.
But the first
Okay.
time on a job, somebody called me auntie.
Oh.
I was a little bit like, I ain't your auntie. and then I was like, oh, I mean, this was some years ago, and it was a little bit like, oh, that's, you're being respectful. Oh, and I don't like being called an auntie at work.
Right.
Because I was in a rehearsal room and I was a little bit like, oh, I understand why you're doing that and you're being really respectful.
But this is a colleague.
Yeah.
But you're my work colleague.
Yeah.
And actually, I want to feel a little bit sexy, so don't call me. I understand if you're introducing me to your, your family and all of that and, your friends outside of this.
Yeah.
But, but now I have embraced my auntie-hood and it's all right. But would much rather be a queen. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, but would you appreciate if someone said, "Hey, queen"? Would you?
Or Empress.
Or that one, Empress.
I hate that.
Oh no, because that feels a little bit like he's been a little bit smooth.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. And I've got quite a lot of lovely sort of. There's some really beautiful actresses that I've played my daughters and in various things, and I love, and lots of them call me Mama, which I love.
Oh, that's cute.
I know. I've had some really beautiful, beautiful daughters. I've really been lucky.
Also, that as an actress, when you're transitioning from girlfriend, daughter, sister, mother, grandmother, like I know we don't crack, but is that a thing?
Well, do you know what? I never really did young.
Okay.
Never really did young mum. I always sort of looked a bit unusual, so that didn't really.
What do you mean unusual?
Well, I mean, in our business, what I mean is like there was especially when I left drama school, it was very kind of predictable kind of casting for certain things. So like that didn't really happen to me. I mean, I'm sort of at the bit now where people try and get me to audition as grandmas, and I'm trying to sort of fight that. But I suppose numerically, I suppose it could happen. But because I do have.
Are they being serious?
I know what you mean. It's like,
they are taking the piss.
Yeah.
Like,
they are.
But the transition, no, it's not, because actually I feel like I'm sort of in the best. I'm sort of in the best bit of my career, really, so far. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not struggling too much with the sort of, with now being like the mum and the older mum or the almost grandmother. I'm okay with it because the work has got quite interesting, really. And I feel a little bit more comfortable in my skin. So I'm getting there. I'm putting in the work. I think it's really important to say, because we've been talking earlier about, about mental health and everything. And I, I'm really am trying to do the work on myself and just kind of go, just accept all of the things and kind of work on the things that I'm not.
What did you have to work on? What were your biggest barriers?
I'm exactly the same as everybody else. So I would look in the mirror. I look in the mirror and kind of go, oh shit, what's that?
In there.
And all of that. And also, and also the things that we were talking about earlier about thinking that there's a sort of certain way that you've got to act as a black woman. You've got to be very strong. And and so I'm sort of trying to learn the art of kind of saying, oh, actually, I can't do that.
Okay.
That's too much, actually. Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't like that. And saying it in a really gentle way and also being really kind to myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but because as I said, I think there is an element sometimes culturally where, we put up with it and we do it and we're really strong. And actually, no, I'm not really strong. Sometimes I just need to,
soft.
Be so soft and sit down.
Somebody else just look after us.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What have been some of your kind of favourite, most impactful projects that you've worked on?
I mean, apart from this, obviously, it's, I suppose this is going to hurt. So the thing that was set in the NHS, which was, that was just, that was incredible. Like working with like Ben Whishaw and he's just amazing. And Ambika Mod, and it was like her first, I think it was literally like her first or second job, proper acting job. And we'd just come out of lockdown. So it was just that thing of like being with other people was wonderful. Babies, real babies.
Oh, wow.
It was
Tell us about the show, your role.
So the show was set in a hospital and set in a midwifery ward. So there was incredible, and Adam Kay had written it, who was himself once a doctor.
Yeah.
So it was really, really truthful.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was based on his diaries. So, and his diaries sold like millions.
Yeah.
Millions. So the set was incredible. The special effects were extraordinary. So these amazing actresses had like full prosthetics done of their legs down to like the leg hair.
Oh, wow.
And everything. And so we did births. I mean, there was one thing that we shot, which I properly had a nightmare the next day. It was a birth that went wrong. Yeah. And I really did. And we all were a little bit grey and green that it was a bit like, even though we're pretending it was a bit much. And I did have a nightmare that day. I was like,
really?
Yeah. But I mean, but incredible writing. But what I loved about it was she was a midwife, she was a nurse. And we know that sometimes that can be a trope on screen. But she was really acerbic. And like, you know what I mean? She wasn't kind. Yeah. She wasn't an earth mother.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She didn't solve everybody else's Well, no, you know, we know that. You know, she didn't give a shit. She didn't care about no one's problem. She wanted to just run her world. So I mean, I love doing that. I love doing the effect. I mean, I've done. Yeah, I mean, I'm having a really good time at the moment. I need to kind of knock my head and knock some wood. She kicks the table.
You say you live in Brixton. Have you always been from Brixton?
No, so I'm actually a North Londoner. Crossed over to the dark side.
Welcome to the South.
Dirty South.
I know.
Where are you from?
So I'm from, you probably never heard of it. So I'm from a place called Sudbury Hill, which is just outside Wembley.
You're not from North London. You're from like North West London. Yeah, I basically moved from Labatt Grove. My mum took me from Latimer Road, should I say, to Sudbury Town.
Oh, you are kidding me.
I lived in Sudbury Town. I lived on the 18th. That was my journey.
Oh my God, that was like the bus.
I still had to go to school. I still had to go to school in Grove. And the 18 bus was one of the routes I took. Yeah, I lived on Sudbury Heights Avenue. The longest road in Sudbury. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I did, so I know exactly where that is. And my daughter actually goes to drama school in Sudbury Hill now. So I know exactly where that is.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Yes.
And I've only just sold my mum's house there. Oh, yeah. So I was sort of there for the first 19 years of my life, and then I went to drama school, and then I ended up in. Well, do you remember that newspaper Loot?
Yeah.
So me and my best mate, we sort of in the back of Loot, and it's like, there's a 2-bedroom flat in Clapham North, and we were like, Clapham North, okay. Nice. And, so we leave Clapham North train station, and we're sort of like walking, and I'm sort of saying to my mate Claire, I'm sure that Brixton is just round
down the road.
I know exactly the direction. I'm sure this isn't Clapham. You know? Anyway, we take the flat, and it's literally like, oh yeah, look around the corner. There's there's Marks and Spencer's. We live in Brixton.
That's where I grew up. Literally down the road from Marks and Spencer's. That is crazy.
All right, okay. Hill Road. That's my. What? That was my first.
It was Old Road. It's Old Road.
What? That was the first flat that I had.
Okay.
That was the first.
I literally lived near the bus mill court. At the end of the road?
Yeah, we were right near the end of the road.
Imagine if you walked past each other.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You probably did. That's crazy.
So now I'm
somewhere else.
The thing is,
somewhere else.
I get why you went from Sudbury Hill to Brixton.
Yeah.
Sudbury Hill's dead.
It's
dead.
What
was so dry.
What was Sudbury Michelle like?
Oh my God, Sudbury Michelle actually I had a good time.
Okay.
Right, so I'm an only child, right? So I wanted to play out a lot. There was a lot of kids on my street, and it was really that time. It was that beautiful time of like it being a third Pakistani, a third Caribbean, maybe a third Irish, right? You know, and we were out playing, and we were walking to the bar and park, all that sort of stuff, doing all of that
when you could play out.
when you could.
I used to go
out. They would leave in the morning
out
play
for
out.
hours.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
all
did
day.
some stupid, like tying bits of string across the street to see what happens if a car.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, you sort of going to go, how are we not dead?
That train station there was some dodgy things on that train line.
Yeah.
So I didn't know about that. But like, I mean, I had a good time. There became a point at which I think I knew that I had to go, and I kind of was getting interested in drama and stuff, and I was meeting other people, and we'd go out up into Camden. So there was a lot of going to Camden and going to Dingwalls and going to the Electric Ballroom.
Okay, yeah.
And now when I look back and I think, God, my parents let me do quite a lot. I wouldn't let my daughter do all of that I was doing then.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of going out, and I had a good time. But I wouldn't want to be back. Sorry, the people of Sud.
No, sorry, Sudburyans, but
yeah. I mean, it was a point at which, when I remember, like, when we used to go and see my mum, and my husband was like, the first time he was like, there's a cafe and we can get a cappuccino, and we were like, oh my God, it's like, because it wasn't even like a cafe. There's nothing there,
When I moved from Latimer to Sudbury, I thought someone had like. I don't know. I thought my mum was torturing me. No, because think about it. I'm in like the heart of West London. Next thing I'm in Sudbury town. Like, nah.
Yeah.
I had to walk 10, 15 minutes to get to the train station.
Yeah.
And what's your heritage? And
So both parents Jamaican.
did you grow up in a Jamaican household?
Do you know what? It was pretty quiet because my parents had sort of moved away from a lot of their family. So I had family in like Slough.
Okay.
So a big family in Slough, and had some people in like Bedfordshire. A lot of my family sort of ended up going to the States.
Okay.
So it was kind of spread out. And because I'm an only child, there wasn't a lot of cousins and that. I've sort of reconnected a lot with them now, which has been really lovely. So I went to Jamaica last October with like quite a few cousins. That was really beautiful. And like my
What
daughter,
part of Jamaica?
so we went to Mo Bay because it was for somebody's birthday. But my people, my mum's from Kingston and my dad's from Clarendon.
Oh, Clarendon, okay.
Yeah, and my dad passed away quite a long time ago, so sort of it's been quite nice to try and reconnect with that side of my family.
Was your parents okay with you going into acting, or did they want you to?
They were like, when I think about it, they were so incredibly cool about it. I was so lucky.
Yeah,
That's blessed.
And in fact, I think that's why a lot of my cousins didn't really. They thought I was a bit spoiled.
Yeah.
I was like, but like they were so. When I think they were so open to it, that I can't quite believe that I got away with it. And also the best thing for them was I got into drama school. That was brilliant. And then literally my first job out of drama school was like 3 lines on EastEnders.
Oh,
wow.
When I had
you're right. Who was the main cast? Who was the main cast then?
Well, I was playing Michelle's daughter.
Michelle Gale.
No,
Michelle Fowler.
Oh my God.
Michelle Fowler's daughter was kidnapped.
Oh God.
And I was playing the school teacher. So I had the duff moment.
Oh.
my God.
Look at that.
Moment.
That's amazing.
Can you imagine?
No,
That's amazing.
So it was like,
He was like, yes,
You know,
let us
watch that episode.
They
That
puffed
was
up their
many years
chest.
when I was.
That's when we watched it.
God.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, Michelle
Your parents
Fowler.
were
Wow.
Yeah, everyone would have seen you.
Yeah. So it was like, I was incredibly lucky. And then and I met Mike and sort of did that. And I did that like within like a few. Yeah. So Secrets and Lies was like 96. So I had a nice start. I mean, there was some very quiet times and, and I didn't work after Secrets and Lies for ages and ended up working at Bar Humbug. For those, oh no, God, you are a bit young now. I'm going Bar. So that was in, the crypt in.
I remember the crypt in Brixton.
Crypt in Brixton.
Yeah.
So St Matthew's Church.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There used to be a vegetarian restaurant in the in the basement.
Oh no, because I was always
Bar
scared of the
Humbug.
crypt.
They
Yeah.
changed that to a club called Mass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it being the crypt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I worked down
I
there.
remember maths.
Did you?
Yeah, behind the bar. It's
Yeah.
so
Is
mad,
that
isn't
real?
it? So yeah, those were some dark days down
Oh.
there. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, in the crypt, I think I went to a rave once in there when it was mass, but not the crypt. I was like,
Yeah.
raving in a church crypt was a bit mad.
Yeah, it was.
It feels wrong. It feels wrong.
so
It is
good
weird,
though,
but, you
but
know,
yeah,
It feels wrong.
It's been
it was wrong. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
unblessed.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I've been really I've been very lucky with my parents, because they didn't, there was no sort of putting down their foot and or any of that. And I mean, I sort of lied a bit and said, well, I'll do a degree and I might be, and I could be a teacher, but I had no intention of being a teacher.
No.
Lies.
So you see, like now we have these cyclical renaissance of black creatives, and then there's a boom, and then there's a dip, and then there's diversity, and then all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you seen it? And what do you think of the time now? So when it was maybe a bit crunchy back in your day of when it was difficult times.
Okay. So here's the thing. So in front of the camera, things are getting better.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be denied. However, so let's say the trope of the nurse, the all-seeing nurse, has been replaced by the psychologist.
Yeah.
So I'm still here to serve your story. You know nothing about me, and you will know nothing about me.
Yeah.
But I've now moved up a class.
Yeah.
It's
So
so true.
we're still visible. We're still, there's a bit of that going on. However, I am being a bit silly, but yeah, things are getting better in front of the camera. Because I think that's the easy bit.
It is.
That's the easy bit. Really visible, tick a few boxes. I think what's the difficult bit is it's about people on set. It's about the crew. It's about the commissioning editors.
Yep.
It's about the producers. It's about the people who've got the money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we need to be. It's also, in terms of like how we progress, of course we must make our own stories and create our own work. But I think it's also really important that we collaborate with each other. I think that's because as an artist, you want to work with other artists, and you want to widen your experience and scope. So, yes, I think it is getting better, but there's a lot more that we can do, really. For example, I'll give another example. So after the summer of the black square, as I called it, when everybody was like, "Oh my God, we don't appear to have anyone black working for us. We really must do something about that." There was a push, for example, in hair and makeup.
Yeah,
and that's great. But how many more young black trainees are there before actually we want to see heads of department?
Yeah.
Because there's only so many people you can train before they are ready to. And it's about that, really. It's about, I can see that, we want the training. And it's really important to open up the industry to people, but then you must give them the opportunity to grow as as artists and as professionals
100%.
And I think it's like, it gets to a point where I think, no, I don't mean no more schemes, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
100%.
I'm saying there's a lot of people who've got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
So
And
give
they
them the
still
next.
can't lead a department.
Yeah,
They're
lead a
still not the
department.
managers. They're still not the commissioners.
Yeah.
And then we're still doing schemes to get that bottom rung in.
Yeah.
But what about the people that were
Yeah, and also, what about the people who've been there a really long
That part.
time?
That's
Because
the
I
big
think,
thing.
but I think that's across the board. I think this idea about there's this scheme and it's for people under 35.
Yes.
It's
There's this
30. It's very annoying
yeah,
when you see those
yeah.
in their 30s. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
what about the others?
Yeah, because actually it's about, what about the person who had the first film made or the first play put on,
Yes.
and now they're 35
Yeah.
and they've
Yeah.
got 3 other really great ideas, but but you can't really, because we're really looking for young talent, and it's a bit like, okay. But yeah, I mean, I am positive about the future because of how we view everything now.
Yeah.
Because of the streamers, you can see what people are watching.
Yeah.
So, you can see where people put their money. So hopefully, things will get better.
as we rapidly running out of time, we need to get into your personal business because this is very exciting. We need to know, first of all, you got a man.
I do have a man.
Yes. How long have you where did you find him? How long? Yeah, exactly.
I found my man in a pub.
What pub was this? Exactly.
He was a friend of a friend now.
Okay.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah.
No, it's never the way because
Well, you don't think
my friends don't help me find a man.
I said I don't know any, but I do think that is
No,
the way.
but you know
I
what it
just
is?
don't have
How long
that
have you
thought.
been with said man?
I'm a child bride. We have been together for a really
This is why.
time.
Because
Like-
it's back in the day, friends.
Back
Like,
in the
not
day,
now.
friends.
Yeah. So it's. But I mean, everybody's on the apps, right?
Okay, all right, married people, don't do that.
No,
All right.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't want to out people, but I'm like,
Right, married lady.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
my friends, people, my husband on
Have your friends met people on the apps?
I've been to app weddings.
Have you?
More than one. Yeah.
Oh, how many?
Are these people black?
I've been to two.
Yes.
Black people when they married black people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hang on.
Hang on.
I'm going through them. one white, white woman, Jewish guy. One black woman, white guy. I know of another couple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Black and Asian.
Okay.
Thank you. See, I'm getting there.
Okay.
This is
Well,
the Benetton ad.
I said any black man and a black woman.
Hang on. What, wedding?
Yes.
No, I don't
No.
have a wedding.
Oh.
You don't have one either.
I don't have a wedding, but I have.
A long situationship.
But I've got. I've got not even situationships, relationships.
Solid.
Yeah.
From an app.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Okay, and how did your husband feel about? Oh God, we ain't got time. How did your husband feel about you being a rich and famous lady?
Oh, I'm not. Oh, God, I really wish I was rich. And I'm really not saying that. I'm really, I'm broke ass broke. I mean, my husband's a writer, so
Oh, is he? Okay.
yeah. So I mean, he gets it totally.
Okay.
It's like, and he's so happy for me. It's nice. Like on Sunday, we're going to an awards thing,
Yeah.
and I've like bought tickets for like my kids and
that's nice.
my agent's going and my son's girlfriend's going, and we're just going to do like a whole. I'm like, let's just put a nice little full stop on this amazing experience. No, he's great, my fella. Like really. Yeah, I mean, we've really properly done the ups and the downs. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, child bride, I've been with him since I was like 26.
Oh, bless.
So, you know, it's,
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, we've done the proper big life stuff. We're just sort of getting ready to almost be empty nesters. Do you know what I mean?
And do you like your kids? Your kids good?
Oh, my God, my kids,
Like your kids.
honestly, my kids are great, like really great. My son, he's got a proper job and he's living with his girlfriend.
Oh, do you like her? Do you like her?
No, she's really lovely.
Just checking.
But like, she's lovely to the point where sometimes I'm a bit like, just give them some space.
Okay.
They'll be, because it's so, you know, just don't get involved because it's so lovely. Yeah, they're really lovely. And they literally just moved in together. So they're doing that thing of like, this is our sofa, we've chosen our rug. Nice. And then my daughter, she's 17, so she's like doing her A-levels and she's showing signs that she might want to
Follow you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Do you know what? I feel all right about it because how could I not?
Yeah.
Because I've told you how lovely my parents were.
Yeah.
How could I not?
imagine.
How could I not? How could I be like, no? I mean, like, and also she's a beautiful girl. And so there's a bit of me like, yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
She'll be okay. Yeah, they're cool kids.
Self-care, beauty routines.
Right now.
Okay, into the bag.
Can we get
Yeah,
the bag,
let's get in
please?
the bag.
What's in your
There's
hand-
no, I don't know.
Let's go in your handbag, please.
It's in the bag.
Well,
What's in the bag?
Well, I've only just started looking after.
That is a
This is
very
literally
nice
just my
It's a very
handbag.
cute bag.
So do I just pull out things as they
That's
come?
what I mean. It's just like, what's your essential? Your handbag essentials.
Oh well, that's my purse because
Okay,
I still
very cute
carry. I still carry money.
And what helps as well?
Actually, that's a little-
Show money.
I'll be £20.
That would she would show it to the camera so people can see it. I haven't seen money.
Relic suit.
Yeah, I haven't seen money in a
money.
long
I
time.
don't
I have money anymore.
Yeah,
I just
I can't remember the last time.
I actually got some in my purse to be
I don't even have a purse,
Got
have
some
we?
notes.
Obviously tissues.
Okay,
You've
yeah.
got to be old receipt,
Okay.
obviously. Cards.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you
no,
got a
that's
separate
one for your
Oh, yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Why are your cards on your phone?
No.
Hand sanny.
Oh, that's a nice
Sanny,
one.
That's a nice one.
Oh, it is. I thought
Hand
actually.
sanny. There you go.
It does look
That's
nice. That
Bit
actually
of the Charlotte Tilbury.
Ooh, what's that? A bit of
That's the powder one.
Okay, is that your
That's
phone? Is that
very
what you
good.
use?
Yeah, well, that's the powder that I
Okay.
use. Yeah.
All right.
Charlotte
Okay.
Tilbury.
Okay.
Flew to Glasgow on.
Your makeup.
No. Yes, I just.
darling.
Yeah, so why you must got like that? I don't know.
all the time. So obviously at duty free, I bought some brow gel.
Nice. You got nice
Very
brows
nice.
as well.
Thanks, but they need a little bit of a.
I get you.
Little bit of a. I'm all about this brand.
What's that? What's
Okay,
that?
this?
NYX.
Oh. And what's this? What is it?
So these are those matte. These are the matte
Lips.
lipsticks.
Oh, yeah.
So I should do like influencers do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that what they do?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. So we're really,
So these
loads
are
of-
lipsticks.
yeah, and they're very matte, but like, I haven't got this one on, but like loads of makeup artists that I've been abusing NYX lipsticks. I mean, I know you're not sponsored, even if they want to send me.
Listen.
You
this
want
is
to
all-
send me a few? You
Yeah.
can. I'm like,
Everybody is up for something.
yeah, come
Yeah.
on. Obviously, I've got, because I'm a black lady, no ashy hands.
Yes. What hand is that?
This one's, I don't even know. I think I got this one free somewhere. Olo?
Oh.
I don't
Hello.
even know.
Hello.
I love a freebie.
I mean, yes.
I love
women
it.
after our own heart.
I
I
mean,
think everybody has had some hand cream. In
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an essential, guys.
You're Crystal.
Oh.
You're Crystal.
no, I'm not normally somebody who does this, right?
Okay.
But the woman who gave it to me was so lovely. And this is a woman called Anne, and she did the costumes at the Shed in New York.
Okay.
And she properly looked after me. I would talk to her about my mum, because I was really sort of, as a lady, I'm sort of having to deal certain things with my mother because she's elderly and she has dementia.
Okay.
And I talked to Anne, and she sort of said, when I was going, she sort of gave me this, and she said, I've got one for you, and I've got one for your mum.
Oh.
And it's just to sort of look after you on your travels. And I just thought it was such a kind thing that I just kept it in my bag, and I put one in my mum's room.
That's very.
I don't know.
That looks like an
She
amethyst.
told me, and I can't remember, but I just thought it was given with such love that I just thought,
Amethyst.
Yeah.
It's an amethyst.
I just thought,
That's
isn't that
nice.
a lovely thing?
Oh, that's a nice pencil.
It's a good pencil.
Yeah, I stole that from a hotel.
That's a brilliant bag.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
you.
revealing the contents of your bag.
Essentials, NYX.
Oh yeah,
Charlotte Tilbury.
NYX is all about the lipsticks.
Okay.
Ladies, that's where we're going, and it's not expensive.
Mhm.
I'm very happy if they'd like to just.
Sponsor.
Oh, send
Because you got awards and stuff to attend.
oh man,
Yeah.
Yes, they should.
I mean, it's quite embarrassing. Look at that.
Good stuff. It's good. Look, we've helped you tidy up. So finally, before we wrap up, because we do have to wrap up, but do you want to ask us for some advice to stage an Auntie-Vention for yourself?
Okay.
Any quick advice we can give you?
Yeah, like what do you think is best in terms of shapewear? Like
I love shapewear.
so as I come into the awards season, your sort of favourite kind of shapewear, how do you feel about the shapewear where they say you can actually wee with it on? Have you ever done that successfully? This, some of them, the skims, they've not got
the fanny hole.
They've
Has it got a fanny hole?
I've got Spanx with a fanny hole.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
I mean, yeah.
I think it's a lie. And
That's
even
gotta
when they
be a
do
lie.
that zip stuff and people are like, oh, and when they're selling it, it's like, it's got a zip so you don't have
what's
to
the
take
zip
it off.
one?
So that you can open up the zip and then I guess maybe you got to extend your legs out so that you pee that way.
What?
It doesn't work.
Nah, I didn't know about poppers.
Yeah.
So what? Hang on, is this a thing is this like a waist? Is this a waist?
So it's a full on,
waist
goes all the way up.
trimmer thing?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Do you want the waist or
Where
the
it
what?
tell-
Where? are you-
tell-
Well, I
you
mean,
do.
I think my problem areas that I'd like to look at is the tummy.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody would make some sort of minimizer type strapless bra, that would be amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like
So
something
from-
that kind of, I don't want them to be pushed up.
We want them to
I just want them to be held.
held, as it were.
Held, but not then enhanced anymore. Because there's plenty there already.
Yeah. Well, I can't answer that because my boobs don't need restriction.
Minimizer bra, I've never found one.
I don't think it's possible.
Okay.
Because you need the support, right?
Yeah.
You need, where would you get the reinforcement from? I don't know. It'd be hard, but technology's changing.
I haven't found a bra like that, but definitely a tummy reducer. At the moment, Karen Millen has a really good one, and it's been reduced. It's like £18 from 40, and it really is very corseted and really elastic, and it's long, so it will do your whole.
Does that have a sort of? Is that just your waist and down?
Just your waist and down.
Okay.
High waist going to go underneath your boob.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very long. It's very long. It's like doing
I
the
love
whole
this.
section.
Because this is the other thing about all of those lovely dresses that you see ladies wearing. Underneath there is it's like
barricade.
Yeah.
It's full on. It is instructions.
a madness underneath there.
Well, yeah, Karen Millen. I've used Spanx before. That's not been too bad.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get skims. Because
Okay,
I don't want
I understand.
don't want to give any money.
same.
No.
Same page. Michelle, you've been amazing.
Thank you very
Wish we
much.
could speak to you forever. You have to come back.
Yes.
Guys, Michelle is in Hard Truths, which is in cinemas on Friday the 31st of January. Please go and see it.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.